Unrelated to the park side of things, but it was released today. This Disney 100 commercial for the Super Bowl. Now, I don't. Are you a big football fan, George? Or
I'm like mid. Like I do
okay,
follow it, but I mean like I'm not like heavily into it as much as our brother Mr. Vash Sky.
yes, he loves it. He loves it, and I am not into it at all. I don't even know who's playing today, so that'll tell you where I stand with
Yes.
football or
Yes.
sports in general. I really don't watch
Yeah.
sports, but what did you think about that Disney 100 ad for the Super Bowl?
Well, first thing I have to say is kudos to Mr. Bob Iger because that was a perfect way of promoting this than to have something released during the Super Bowl.
Oh
So,
yeah,
I mean, like I mean, that's just typical Bob Iger, So, but as far as the actual ad itself, I couldn't be more than happy of what they did. I loved how they incorporated Walt, and they
oh
incorporated him in multiple ways. They
yes.
had photographs of him, they had audio of him that just kind of like set the whole tone of what this Disney 100 was all about. And they showed different uh time frames of animation. Like you had the old classic golden age Hollywood animation with Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and then you have the newer, up to date uh, animation with Frozen, Zootopia, Moana. So I loved how they just meshed everything together. That I could actually feel of how they kicked this off on January 27th with the Disney 100. I'm very excited to see how the company's going to move forward just with this promotion alone
Yeah.
because they are doing it right. This is what should have been for Walt Disney World's 50th. And I do know, to Disney's credit, that they did the best that they could due to the lack of circumstances of what happened. But in compared of apples and oranges, I mean, while Disney World's 50th was basically the pit and seeds of the fruit, so to speak, compared to
It
this.
it was a dud. It was a dud. They're hitting a lot of the right marks with this Disney 100. I know that we had issues with the banners and all that at Disneyland, but that's getting fixed. But overall, the tone has been spot on. I love that Wondrous Journeys fireworks show. I love how they're incorporating music from around the world, like including Epcot in the Esplanade at Disneyland. I think that was fantastic. I love little ads like this for the Super Bowl where they're really celebrating the whole company. Like you said, they have all the eras of animation. They have, even recent stuff that they purchased, like Fox with the Avatar representation in there. They got Star Wars, they got Marvel. It's a real true celebration of 100 years of this amazing company. And the cool thing too is, you know, I like to pick apart some of this stuff, right? Because okay, for
Mhm.
example, I'm gonna set the table just a little bit. D23 Expo, they were heavily featuring Oswald on all the big banners outside the convention center. You saw Oswald, right? And I was talking to our friend Alia, and I'm like, why are they featuring Oswald so much? Are they going to announce an Oswald TV show? And they never did anything. No, there was never any announcement for Oswald at that expo, right?
Correct.
Then Disney 100 comes around and you're starting to see it. The merch is like they're pumping Oswald out there like crazy, and I can't buy it up fast enough. I love Oswald, right? But that D23 Expo with the big Oswald everywhere was a sign of things to come. They knew the 100th is coming, and he was going to be a big focus of that 100th. Now, why I say that is in this commercial for the Super Bowl, they focus heavily on Rey from Star Wars. Now, the sequel
Mm.
trilogy is long over. I mean, 2019, it's been like almost 4 years now behind us. Really interesting how they're focusing so much on Rey and BB-8 and what have you. And now
Mhm.
this is very interesting because we've heard rumors, and actually, I think even confirmation that Daisy Ridley has been seen at Lucasfilm recently. So, what's going on with that? Is there a maybe a show, a Disney Plus series in the works regarding Rey? Is it a movie? I don't know. Could it be nothing? I could maybe. I just find that a little strange how much they were sort of focusing on her in this whole thing. I think that was kind of telling a little bit.
I think so because if nothing else, I would have banked them showing more of the Mandalorian
right. And they didn't really focus
Grogu,
on that, right?
and
It was like,
it was
yeah,
Ray.
it was
It
all
was
Ray.
Ray.
Ray and BB-8. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's an agenda, you know. And
Disney doesn't do anything out of just for
right.
for kicks, you know.
Right, right. This isn't, I don't think this is anything like, I don't think there's any kind of culture war agenda with this ad at all. I think it's just like you said, George. I think that they are planning something with that character. We've heard rumors that they're doing something with her, and she's visited Lucasfilm recently. I think that's really what it is. I think that they know something coming down the pike, and they're kind of letting us know, hey, keep an eye on it. Because look, the sequel trilogy is like 4 years behind us. Mando is the next thing. I mean, season 3 of Mando's coming up. You'd think you'd have a lot of Grogu in there, and you don't.
That's what I thought. Like they would have heavily put that in for the Disney 100. But yeah, just to kind of showcase Ray. And then as you had mentioned, she's up at Lucasfilm. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. I think not. And another thing I really love about this ad as well was how they have the footage from all the movies and Marvel, Star Wars, animation, all that good stuff. But then they incorporated like sort of fan reactions to these movies, like the little girl watching Encanto, right? And the kids dressed up as Elsa and things like that. I thought that was really, really nice because Disney is very much, and Walt set this, you know, early on. Disney is very much about families as it is about the actual content and spending time with your loved ones. And I thought that was a really kind of cool way to incorporate the family along with Disney because they do go hand in hand. I thought that was a nice little touch with this ad.